Gemini 3.1 might be one of the smartest models ever made for web design. It understands structure, spacing, lighting, and even animation logic. What surprised me the most is that even with a simple prompt, it can already generate a clean landing page with no effort. You don't need long, complicated instructions just to get something good now. But if you want something more premium, more unique, and more animated, then you still need to be specific, yeah, of course. So let me show you how. Let's start simple. I'm going to write something very basic, like create a modern SaaS landing page with hero, feature, and pricing. Generate. Look at this. This is already good. The spacing works, the hierarchy makes sense, the structure is clean, no long paragraph, no complex instruction. Gemini 3.1 already understands what a landing page needs. This is why I said it's extremely smart. Even with minimal effort, you get something usable. Why does this work? Because Gemini 3.1 understands pattern deeply. It has seen millions of landing pages. So when you say modern SaaS landing page, it already know there should be a hero, clear headline, call to action, feature section, pricing, maybe testimonial. It filled the structure correctly. That alone is powerful. But now let's push it. I'm going to refine the prompt. Create a landing page for a premium AI infrastructure platform. Avoid centered heroes layout. Use asymmetrical structure with left-aligned typography. Use dark background with subtle radial lighting, high contrast hierarchy, tight spacing but intentional. Avoid generic gradient background. Add motion-ready section for scroll animation. And generate. Now look at the difference. The layout feels stronger. The mood is more defined. The structure is less predictable. This is the power of specificity. Gemini 3.1 understands not just what to build, but how it should feel. Alright, now let's test the animation. So the basic prompt will be create a hero section with animated headline. Cool, it works. It animates is fine. Now let's move to the detailed version. Create oversized bold typography, split headline animation, where first word fade up and second word slide horizontally. Add subtle parallax background movement. Add soft light glow behind headline. Avoid centered layout and generate. Now the animation feels directed. It's not random motion. It has intention. This is where Gemini 3.1 really shine. It understands animation logic when you describe behaviors clearly. Let's try something harder. Create a pricing section with skeuomorphic card. Generate it. Wow. Honestly, this is already very impressive. Even with a super simple prompt, the layout come out clean and structured without me forcing anything. The spacing feels balanced, the typography looks intentional, and the pricing hierarchy is clear right away. What surprised me the most is the depth on the button and card. They don't look flat. There is a subtle 3D feeling with light and shadow that make everything feel more tactile, almost like real UI component instead of just a static layout. Okay, now let's add more detail on my prompt. This time, I'm going to write create layers, skeuomorphic pricing card with realistic depth, soft inner shadow, directional light from top left, pseudo perspective tilt, floating effect with depth separation, and hover micro interaction. Avoid flat design. Now look at the difference. The car is not flat anymore. They actually feel more dimensional and intentional. The border feels stronger, the depth is more visible, and the lighting gives a clear sense of hierarchy between each pricing car. Even small detail like the button shadow and the surface glow make the layout feel more premium and grounded instead of just nice. What I really notice here is how the structure feel more confident. The darker surface and stronger contrast make each car stand out like a physical panel instead of a simple container. Okay, now let's move to the fun part, polishing the design. This is honestly my favorite step because this is where everything starts to feel alive. Instead of rebuilding the page, I just look at the whole layout first and ask myself, what's feel missing? Then I go section by section, refine what I like, and only move forward when I'm satisfied. Yes, you can write one big detailed prompt to update everything at once, but from my experience, that sometimes break part of the design or change thing you already like. Since I work directly inside a raw dot build, I prefer prompting inside specific section. It gives more control and keep the structure stable while I improve detail or add animation. So first, I'm going to improve the testimonial section because it feels too basic. I want something more bold and unexpected with cinematic motion and layered depth instead of traditional card. Then I will refine the CTA and add certain animation across the page just to give a bit more life without making it too busy. And for the hero, this is the last step. I want to add a cinematic black hole background, but very subtle. Something elegant and atmospheric, not chaotic. Slow motion, soft glow, gentle, particle, just enough to add depth while keeping the UI as the main focus. So I'm going to improve the testimonial section because it's too basic. So I'm going to prompt. Design the testimonial section with a bold, creative layout that feels original and unexpected. Avoid traditional grid or classic car style. Create a unique visual structure with smooth cinematic animation, layered depth, and interactive motion that make the testimonial feels alive and never seen before. This is my trick. I will always mention create something creative, unique, something that we never seen before. So let's see what it's gonna give to me. All right, this is not bad. So I will keep it like this. Now let's move to the hero section. I'm going to prompt directly inside the hero container, and it's important to select the correct container, not just a random div. If you choose a div, the animation will be limited to that small area. I want the background to cover the entire hero section. Now I will ask for a cinematic black hole background with certain motion effect. I want it to react slightly to the cursor, and when they scroll down, the black hole should slowly zoom in, creating a smooth, immersive effect. Don't worry, all the prompts are in the description. You will find a direct link there to access everything. Wow, now the landing page feels even more interesting. My goal is always to make the hero the main eye catcher. And with this black hole background, it really feels alive. The motion looks realistic with soft fog and smoke moving slowly. And the horizon grid reacts smoothly when I move the mouse. Everything follows the cursor in a subtle way that make you want to keep exploring the page. Now when I scroll, all the layers feel clean, elegant, and very intentional. I really like the skeuomorphic style here. It gives depth without feeling heavy. Even small detail like how the section animate when they come into view make the experience feel more immersive. Honestly, it's kind of crazy how Gemini 3.1 can generate all these little detail and still keep the design looking premium and cohesive. So yeah, Gemini 3.1 is honestly on another level. It's the first time an AI model actually feel like it understands design thinking, not just layout, not just section. We just tried a different version of prompt and saw the difference. Even with a basic prompt, the result is already pretty nice. That alone is impressive. But imagine when you use advanced prompt and real detail, define structure, motion, lighting, that's when the page can become insane. That's when it stops looking like AI generated and start looking intentional. So that's it for today. See you in the next video.